The Peet Reet Show on location again. You know why we love summer? It's because we get to go to great locations.
Absolutely, like this one,
Yeah,
the Holiday Inn and Suites.
Ontario Street in St. Catharines, and we're in Lounge 6.
Beautiful.
Enjoying ourselves. Of course,
Over top of the city.
Yes, and of course, as you can see, I have a drink that has one of the, cheers, Dr. Judy Staveley is with us. I've got fruit that's just
It's healthy.
picked. Yeah.
It's healthy fruit in there.
Some berries.
Now,
Dr. Judy Staveley
okay,
is
now
an
hang on.
amazing woman.
Okay, she's beyond amazing because you know what? Honestly, we thought we could memorize what she's
Not
done
a
and accomplished
chance.
and what she is, but go through it. Go
Okay,
ahead.
she's a professor, psychologist, triathlete, health specialist, cycling, swimming, CEO of her own magazine called The Platform Magazine, spokeswoman, forensic scientist, author, beauty queen, mother, and wife. That's just to name a few things. And she has degrees up the wazoo.
You know, I don't know why we do this to us, Doc, because, you know, here we are. We're just mediocre, like, broadcasters
Yeah.
who are too old to be on any station anywhere, and they're doing this, and then she comes in here with this list, and it's like, wow.
I know. Is there anything you suck at?
Well, maybe as a wife.
Your husband's not around, is he?
He's not, but I think,
Well,
that's the only thing I can think of.
I don't understand that because his name is Pete, and I really like his name a lot. Okay, not
Awesome.
spelled the same way as mine is here, but and he's a pilot, so it's Pete the pilot, Pilot Pete.
Pilot Pete.
Let's start way back in the beginning. You grew up in Texas, right?
I grew up in Texas, San Antonio,
Hey, San Antonio.
Texas, and was born and raised, and then married my husband very young and moved around the country as a military family.
Oh, nice.
So now, what was growing up in Texas like?
It was, well, my culture is very embedded in San Antonio. So being Hispanic, you know, I was a Spanish dancer. So I Spanish danced at the Artisan River Walk for 20 years and performed. And I performed with a lot of famous Spanish dancers like Cha-Cha. And she would play the guitar and I would dance. And so San Antonio is a great place. You know, I went to high school there, and it's very traditional, and I love my city. I always go back home, but you know, I have other cities too.
So you're into now sports, health, science, and wealth. When did that stuff start to develop in your younger years? Was it something, or was it something that developed later?
I think you know, my grandmother was really into the health and wealth with all her traditions in our Spanish culture. So I think maybe that's where it sparked. Growing up in Catholic school, I had one nun that influenced me to do the science fair in 3rd grade, and I won. I actually won 1st place, and I always brag about that because I think maybe that's when I decided that science was cool and I wanted to pursue something in science. Didn't know what, but I wanted to go that path. And so, years later, I'm here, still studying.
On the Peet Reet Show.
On the Peet Reet Show. Well, you have made it. Let me tell you, you have now made it for sure.
Officially.
So, if you look at your life priorities for you, and now that you do all of these different things, give us the top 4. How do you prioritize, and what's the most important?
Well, my top is, and I'm religious, is God, and
Yes.
then my family, of course, because they're everything to me. And then, of course, job and career. Without any of that, it's your livelihood.
Exactly.
So if you're looking at the sports, the health, the psychology, how do you put that in perspective? That's a lot of things to be doing, and you do some speaking and stuff. So what's first? What's the big job first?
The big job is being a professor. And my job, educating and guiding my students to maybe do the right footsteps that I did as a mentor, and let them know that they can also do it. You know, being as successful as I am, it wasn't easy. We all do fail in life.
Yeah.
And
We never fail, right?
you
Only if we-
learn.
Pick
Yeah.
yourself
You learn.
up and do it again.
You do it again, and just like sports helps you learn those mistakes. You know, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. And with that mentality, as a professor, I like to educate and tell my students, you know what, you can do that. Because a lot of students get discouraged And if you have the right person to encourage you to succeed and you guide them and mentor them, I still keep in touch with some of my students from 15 years ago. They're already with their master's degrees and I'm proud of them, but they still come ask me for advice and I keep in touch with them, and it's a wonderful feeling.
Awesome. It's Peet Reet here with Dr. Judy Staveley at the Holiday Inn and Suites in St. Catharines.